Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so humbled that you are taking the time to come and listen to my story. I hope by the grace of God you had a great start to your week, and I will say this again and again in all my videos. Please subscribe if you haven't, and please share, because as I say, there's no situation on this earth that has not been introduced. We have the same problems over and over again in different households. It's always someone falling in love, someone getting married, someone having kids, someone getting divorced. So the same situation that you've gone through right now, let's say there might even be about 5 on your street, just alone on your street. So it is good to testify, because you are then able to inspire someone else to overcome their situations. I overcame by the grace of God, and I actually opened this channel. I opened this account like in March 2020, but at that time I was like starting my healing process, and I was still hurt. And yeah, I've seen videos of other stories, but I see some other stories where someone is still hurting and they're crying, and so I thought, should I record it then? But I decided against it, because I wouldn't want to record a video when I am crying, and who am I going to inspire with that? Who would want to take advice from me, someone who is feeling low, and then they see me crying? So I thought I'd rather wait until I have healed, so when someone is down, I can smile and say, look at me, I overcame it, and so can you. So please share, and I hope through this, even if it's one person who really can take some advice and heal, I'd be so happy. So anyway, as I said also in my part 2, like God loves us all. Our Creator, He is a Father who loves all His children and gave us free will, whether you love Him or not. But He'd rather that you came home to Him. And I believe now that we're in the end times, that He's going to try and save as many people as possible. So He's slowly taking the veil off many eyes, and He will take us through different situations to awaken us. Sometimes it's gentle, sometimes He throws us into situations where we can quickly overcome, and then you find that the person will go back into the world. Going back into the world means like you go back to your routines of work, partying and all that. You don't have time to pray and all that, study His word, focus on God. So He does it in between. You find this yo-yo effect where there are phases where you fall, and then you're back on your feet, and then you're back, and and I've had that a lot. So when He is ready, as I always say, there's some people say, oh, I don't believe in God, blah, blah. I said, and He said, I won't even search for Him, I don't need to find Him. I said, listen, He is your Father, And when he wants to end this world and create a new one, he wants you there. If he wants you there, it's not you to look for him. He will come for you. And that's what he did with me, because when I had this yo-yo effect all my life, then finally I think he saw that every time I got back on my feet, I was up and I ran away. So he said, this time I need to give her a wake-up call. And I'm grateful, because my wake-up call was he let me just run away and get married. So please please watch part 2 and sort of get the picture of what was going on, because right now where I left off was the phase where everything was sorted, the wedding date was sorted, I've done the shopping, bought the wedding dress. It wasn't like a white, all these things white. No, it was just a nice evening formal dress. I even thought that one of these days I'm gonna wear it so you can see. Yeah, I bought everything, so I was good to go. That was middle of June, if I remember. It was June the 18th, 2019. Listen, I had to get on that flight, and it was going to be a transit flight all the way to Turkey, to Istanbul, right? Istanbul, then I think I was going to, where was it? Was it Addis Ababa, Ethiopia? I think so. And then Entebbe. I could not wait. Normally when I go on long flights like that, I enjoy it. I get in the plane, I'm watching the movies, I'm just like, I don't even want to really reach on time. But those hours, I think I left here, I think I left here in the morning. It took almost 20 hours, 24 hours. I think I left here in the morning very early for the airport. And then I arrived there almost the next day. I think because my flights always arrived at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. is like 2 in the morning, something like that. So anyway, so I booked now in a lovely, really, because we had decided we're going to spend 3 days in Entebbe. Entebbe is like near the airport in Uganda, and it's by the Lake Victoria. Beautiful site, beautiful beach. So we booked from a Monday to I think a Thursday or a Friday, something like that. We booked a little nice cute apartment, just the two of us, self-contained. We'll cook and all that, quiet area. So I arrived there 4 a.m. and then I obviously called him, and then I got the cab. He was waiting, and my tummy cramps, yeah, because when I left in 2018, you know, when you're just friends with someone, you don't really take the time and the deep to really like study the person, or the height, the weight, everything, you know, the skin and all that. You just look at the person as a friend or whatever. So when I left in 2018, in December 2018, that was the kind of image I had, roughly, as someone who I just recorded some projects with him and nothing. But then I came back in 2019. Of course, I was seeing him on video calls, but now I was worried. I was like, my God, how is... If I reach there, is he going to be the same as I don't even remember. How did he look? How tall was he? Am I taller than you? Oh my God. Does that mean I'm not going to wear high heels? Yeah, I'm a slight bit, like maybe this bit taller than him. And then I'm like, oh my God. And I love wearing heels. Yeah, well, now I don't wear heels because since COVID, yeah, we don't go anywhere. So I've even got used to just wearing my easy canvas, yeah. So I'm like, now when we're going out, I'm gonna be wearing my high heels and I'm gonna be higher than you. Then how will I kiss you with my head down? So the when I was on the plane, those things started as I was drawing closer, nearer to Uganda. Those were the kind of like the kind of questions going in my mind. This, how will it look? Blah 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 blah. So anyway, I arrived. Yeah, in the night, we sit in the cab, and then I call him, and he's directing the cab driver to where it is. I was like, oh, my eyes looking, and you know, in Uganda, there's some places where there are no street lamps. Yeah, totally pitch dark. I'm looking like, where is he? Where is he? Then finally we came. Yeah, and I got out. I was like, so it was so like, I don't, it was amazing, amazing. Now, I left there like December 2018. You just say, hey, bye, bye. And now, 2019, June, we are getting married in like 2 weeks. So, then, well, the apartment was cute, and the next day, when we woke up, well, about the height, yeah, as I said, I was like this taller, and it was really nice to see him. So nice, and very calming. Yeah, he calmed me a lot because he has a soft voice, and I am someone who and he's like someone who can, when you're in a relationship, normally fire and water are good together. So I was like, no, that was not, he was water and I was fire. So the next day, yeah, now I'm going to rush through it. The next day, yeah, we woke up, and then he told me like, because normally he has said that he hadn't told his family, yeah. So when we woke up the next day, he told me like, oh, I've told one of my cousins, and she's like the daughter of the uncle, yeah, the uncle who where his girls are staying. So he said he paid her fees, her like school fees or whatever, and put her through uni. Though he didn't study, he just kept working and paying her school fees. I guess it was like she's like a sister to him, and as a goodwill, because her father was in the village taking care of her family takes care of his daughters. So he said he had told her, she lives in the capital, so he had told her, and I was like, is that okay? He said, and she said, my sister, blah blah blah, and she has a little good baby. I said, and she said she wants to come and see you. She's really so happy to see you, and she's happy for us. I said, all right. So that day she came, and we met her. We went out shopping. Because we hadn't shopped a lot. Well, he shopped already. He bought some stuff, and just a few stuff for that night when I arrive, in case I want things like coffee or something like that. So the next day is when he said, let's go out, like, what are we gonna cook, what do you want to eat? So we went to the supermarket, and the markets there, because it's really nice. They have fresh markets, you have everything fresh, so well, organic. So we met her there out near the supermarket, and then she came over with us. She seemed nice, and we cooked, and then he called his family, and they were, and now everybody's like, his side, they know about it. So it's like, okay, are we and I talked to his daughters on the phone, and the uncles just said, and his auntie, the mother of that cousin, was on the phone. So I talked to her as well, and then yeah, she spent the day with us, and then she left that evening. But she said she wants to definitely come for the wedding, and yet it's a long distance. I said, with the child, you have to get in the bus, but she insisted. So we agreed that she will come and at least represent his family. No, so from there, things were still okay. We went to Kampala on the Thursday or the Friday, another lovely place in Kampala, and I really wanted to stay there because one of my friends was one of my friends from Germany was in Uganda at the time. He's an artist, so he came with his band to perform. So I wanted to go and support. So we went out together. So all this time it was just like a sort of a peace, a calm. It was just relaxing, you know. It was a beautiful feeling, you know, just to be with him, you know. Then it was time for us to go to Gulu, to the village. I think it was a Sunday that we arrived in the village. So it was a bit hectic because there was an Airbnb, but we had to hire it a bit outside the city, like on the outskirts, because Mom was not to know. So when we arrived in Mom's town, we came to hers, but because I brought her some things from abroad. I brought a lot, and I had to bring her stuff and just say hello first, because the next morning was a Monday. I was going to start the projects near her house, not far from her house, but that place where we're staying is a bit outside, on the outskirts. So when I reached there with him, and I came with a cab, and we I had to quickly pick this and leave some stuff there. So she was like, "Oh, who's this? Is it part of the people who you're doing your project with?" And I'm like, yeah. This is just someone who lives in Kampala, in the capital city, and he's going to be helping me. Because he was actually going to be helping me with the filming, the video filming with his guys. So like, oh, and she was like, okay, and then we left. So I had to take one of the ladies who helps her house help was coming to stay with us for a week. We're going to stay in that house for a week. So I took her and her daughter to help, like, cook and all that, clean and all that. So then we went to the house. We drove to the house. That was Sunday evening then. And as I say, everything was peace and calm and So Monday now, we are starting the project. This is when I started to notice something. Yeah, Monday, very early in the morning, the car came for us because it's outskirts. Yeah, so we had a car always pick us and drop us, and we're going to be together the whole time. And the thing is, when we reach Uganda, you have to like buy a SIM card and register it, take your passport in and all that, fill in forms. So I didn't want to go to that process. So he said, you know what, we're going to be together every day anyway. So let's use my phone. If you have anything, so people can call you on my phone. You want to make phone calls, use it. So I said, oh, it's much better than going to sit and register all that. So Monday, as I say, we woke up, the cab came, everything was going well. So we went out, and then he remembered that I think it was a battery for one of his either the battery, I think it was a battery for one of his, for the camera or something like that, or a charger, one of them too. He forgot it in the house. So it's like he gave me the phone and said, like, I'm going to let me rush and go and get this. So I stood out, and then pips, and there's a notification on his phone. His baby mama that lives in that town. I'm like, you know. So when he came out, I said, oh, your baby mama has sent a photo of you and her, like when they were together before they separated. And he's like, oh, she's been doing that this last couple of weeks. He wonders why, you know. She calls him and he'll say, you know what, I'm busy, you know. So I told him, like, what does she want? You pay your, you know, you pay, are you paying on time, and are you giving her child support? He said, yeah. So, you know, why she called, why she, like, he said, I don't know. And then I just said, you know what, then block her. You have her phone number. Why does she then start sending these things to your inbox, like photos of you when you were together? So then he blocked her. Anyway, we drove for the project. The project started that day. And folks, things started becoming weird. Because day one, after that happened, started the day. He started changing, sort of. He started changing. Things that I would expect him to do, because I knew he was someone, and that is why I was with this guy, yeah. He was someone who was always active, and I say we're a great team. But he left me. He was there filming, but other things, when I have to run here and do this, I'm like, listen, we're getting married in a few, like next week. This project I'm running is also your project. If you were running this project right now, I would be like 50% on board doing this. If you're running that side, I'll be running this side. He was like, I'm here to film. And he started turning cold. I was like, okay. I started like, and that started like becoming more and more weird. And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, till the end of the project. On the Thursday, actually, it was Thursday that the project ended. We started arguing for no little things I expected him to do. He wasn't doing it, and I knew he would have done it. If he was the person I knew, he would have done it. So then the house help that was there with us, because he doesn't speak much of my language, but because he's lived there for a long time, he understands most of it, and we're always together. She started saying things, giving me sort of like signs, like, oh, I want to come to your wedding, I really want to be there. But I did not click, because I was so stressed, like, what is going on? I have this project to do, and this guy, this. So I was like, no, when we're ready next time, 2 years, when we're back, when mom and blah, 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 I just want to go with the 2-3 people and finish. It's okay. And she kept insisting, she could not really tell me what she wanted to tell me. So by Thursday, Friday, and we were supposed to leave for the town on Sunday. A friend of mine was picking us up. But Saturday night, I remember even during the week, there was a time that after the project, I just walked away in the town, in the dark. It was late. I just walked away. I was like, I felt even myself. Normally, I'm very bubbly. I don't let things get to me. But I felt like there was something in me, like, when I saw him, it was like there was some kind of feeling that was bubbling every time I saw him. And he on the other side, anything small started an argument. So on Saturday night, we were talking about something. Well, there was somebody who owed him money. Some guy he did from the US who did not. He did his filming and all that. Didn't send the money on time, and then I think I was right. Either if I don't remember, I was reading the email or sending an email to the guy, helping him send an email. I told him, then write this to him, and then I don't know how the argument started, because we had a lot of arguments just in 1 week. That I got up, I said, you know what? I am not doing this. I don't want to get married to you. When the morning comes, please just leave. And I went to bed. So what he did, because we're using the same phone to call, I saved my sister's number from Germany in there. So sometime in the night, he came into the bed and I was already half asleep. So fell asleep, and in the morning, he said he's sorry. We shouldn't let this get to us. He doesn't know what's going on. And my sister said that in the night while I was asleep, he was messaging her. She needs to talk to me. And because honestly, I admit there was something in me now that was really like rejecting him. Like any small thing he did, I felt like, oh my God, I don't want this, He was triggering a lot of things that was just making me upset. So Sunday then we said, all right, we're still going to do it. He said, okay, let's do it. So my friend came and picked us up, and we started that journey to go to the next town. So folks, I don't want to do this, but half an hour is here, and I'm going to do a part 4